Okay, this is it. The inaugural podcast for the Fantasy Football 2025-2026 season. I'm your league commissioner. And to kick off the podcast, I thought of no better guest to have in studio. He came all the way to the studio to do this event. I won't even say his name. I'm just going to have him come on camera, and then we can react to who it is. So let's welcome our first guest in the inaugural podcast. Matty Kroll, look at this guy in studio. In studio. Matty Kroll in studio. How you doing, Matty?
I'm doing great, Commissioner. I appreciate you having me.
Of course. And let's dive right in, Matt. Let's talk a little bit about the league history. So the league was created in 2017. At least on the app, it shows 2017. What year did the league actually start? How old were you, and what year did it start?
That's a great question, Dave. The league started well before that. So when it was the core 6 members, of course, we've expanded since then.
Yep.
Only made the league better every year. So it had to be 12 years ago. I've got 5 rings, so that's 5 of those years counted for. Mike's got 4.
Do you have the bling with you? Look at that. Look at that.
About everywhere.
I mean, that is just.
I knew I had to have them on this.
That's crazy.
Special day. So
Wow, 5 rings.
5 for me.
Yep.
4 for my little brother. Yep. We got 2 from Jack. Oh, no longer.
Former league
We got
owner.
1 from Andy. So 5
Okay.
4 is 9, 2, 11, 12.
Nice. So
The 13th season.
okay, but for the record, for the stats,
Yeah.
it's 2017, and let me just go over what we're talking about and the dominance that we're talking about. So since 2017, that's 8 seasons. What I found fascinating is that your regular season record is good, but it's not exceptional. It doesn't equate to 5 championships in my mind. Well, 3 in this case, since we're starting from 2017. But you had a 55-52-1 record, right?
I just want to point out real quick, Dave. I don't know if you remember that tie, but I did announce on that Thursday in the presentation.
I do.
I did say that.
I do. I do remember. I do. I do. Well, we're gonna get into genetics in a minute, and we're gonna see if it's something that you're born with, or if you got from your lineage, right? So let me get back to your record, Matt, and I think it's impressive, and I think it's something that a lot of the other owners and a lot of the other fantasy football so-called experts, they need to listen to, right? So regular season, a winning record, but not stellar, right? 55-52-1. However, in the 8 seasons, 6 top 3 finishes, right? That's impressive. That's Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus territory right there. 6 playoff appearances in 8 years. 3-time champion, Matt, right? What's that?
With the back-to-back. I'm not sure if you recall that.
I do. I have it. I have your stats, Matt. So from 2020 to 2022, here's what's also interesting. It's dominant, right? But you had 3 7-win seasons. Only once have you had over a 10-win season since 2017, right? So you're a playoff performer, is what you're. When the game requires performance at a higher level, you seem to step up and you make the right moves. So again, 3 7-win seasons. Only once did you have over 10 wins since 2017. And last year, your best year, you had 13 wins, and you went on to win a championship average. And here's something that, if you look at the numbers and you dive into the league, right, and we've had some wonderful owners in this league, you average 335.9 points a week. That's again, it's Tiger Woods, it's Jack Nicklaus territory. In 2018, I looked up some stats before you came on because I knew you were coming on. I'm going to get into your story in a minute. This is kind of an intro into some of the other owners realizing what greatness is about, right? In 2018, you had an amazing 537 points. And who was that against? Do you recall who that was against?
I like to say Johnny or Mike.
I thought it was Johnny. I didn't go to the specific game, but I thought it was Johnny. But 537 points. I think that's that record still stands. I think, right? Yeah. So you have 11-3 record. I dove into who do you excel against and who do you struggle with, right? And it's not a surprise here, right? One of the worst league owners we've had, and I think you would have.
I just want to say
Yep.
before you even say this, I think we all know what we're thinking. Even the fans can feel it to the end of the year. Who this 11-3 record is probably against?
I would think so. Well, I would say yes and no, right? The only thing I would think is because who everyone thinks it's about doesn't have enough tenure in this league to have that record against you, right? You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. So 11-3 versus I call him punchy, Pat Jr.
Yeah.
Horrible league owner, disconnects by week 6. Even if he's 5-1, he disconnects, and so you have a 786 winning percentage against Pat. No surprise. Here's a big surprise. One of the owners, he has a championship, but it goes way back to I don't even know what year he won. Do you know what year he won?
Not have one.
Oh, I thought he lost a couple tough ones. He lost a tough one to who?
I would like to say
Who did he lose that tough
he
one
lost
to?
to me.
Was it you? Of course it was. Yeah,
Who
of course.
Who doesn't?
Yep.
But yeah,
But
he hasn't even announced it yet. And I think you know who it is. Nelly's Nipples.
Nelly's Nipples. You have a 6-10 record. It's your only losing record against any owner.
I gotta tell you.
Why? Why is that?
I gotta tell you, Nipples has become one of the most underrated owners in the history of the league. First of all, not only has he
Yeah, but he's never won anything.
I understand that, but not only has he been here through everything.
That's true.
The falling out of players.
Yep.
He always he holds his head high, and he always knows that this could be his year. Now, of course,
But it never is.
He's run into some tough competition. Me.
Yeah.
In the championship.
Who else did he lose to? And has he made it to the championship more than once?
I'm not sure. I know he's got a few top 3 finishes.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you how many times he's been in the finals though.
I don't. I remember one. There might be 2, but no more heartbreaking of a playoff experience than Andy. I mean, he's. Well, let's take a step back, right? So I went through your performance as an owner, which again is stellar. Talk a little bit about your successes. What do you? I mean, where does it come from? How do you year after year consistently win championships?
Well, I have a little process. Of course, something you're born with.
Well, we're going to get into that. I think we're going to argue that case, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, it starts with the draft. You have to go. You have to get your guys,
and
that's what I do year after year. I'm not sure if you recall the first round of the draft. Showed up a little late, maybe.
You had a late night. You had a late night, but that's 1 year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm coming out with celebrities and models on the late night.
Well, of course you are.
So
you're in a different playground. Let's say, Matt, you're in a different playground than some of us.
That's right.
I've been in that playground, but not for many years.
So it starts with the draft, and you have to believe. It's all about the feng shui of the team. If you look at your team and you say something's off, got to find out what that is, and you got to take it out of the lineup. Something that some of the other league mates do, especially Andy, he tinkers. You don't want to over tinker. Listen, I know you have to play your guys and they have to play matchups sometimes, but there's the art of tinkering, and when you do it too much, it ruins it, and you're gonna have spirals.
Do I dare say that you're saying chemistry on a electronic fake fantasy football team matters?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely.
Okay, Manny. And who were you? Let me give me your. Go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt your greatness. So please.
Say, of course, there is the waiver wire. I've won a few leagues off the waiver wire. I'm not sure. Do
you remember any specific moves that you made?
Absolutely.
And what week they were in? Do you remember how late in the season?
Championship. I picked up Dave.
Show the bling again to the crowd. That is just show the bling.
Days, so
yep.
Might not
it's pretty shiny.
But yeah.
Yep.
So I picked up David Montgomery that one year when he was back on the Bears, early days.
Yeah.
Not anybody really knew about him, but of course I did my research. So I took him. He ended up winning me a league. And there's been a few. There's been too many, honestly. So, they kind of all stagger in my head.
But I would here's what's interesting if you dive into it. The fact that you don't have, a 12, 13 win season keeps you competitive on the waiver wire. Keeps you in the middle. You're not the last pick in the waiver, so you're not going to get that player that's hot.
Absolutely.
Huh.
Which actually is an advantage.
100%. Yeah. So let's go back. And there's been a few instances in this conversation where you talked about you're born with it.
Okay.
Genetics.
Absolutely.
Right? So and the league knows and basically the country or the world knows that there are rumors, there are accusations out there that another owner who happens to be your dad, UG, played a huge role, not only in maybe 2 or 3 of your championships, but also some of Mikey's championships. So is it fact? Is it fiction? And before you respond, let's have you respond, and then I'm gonna give you my argument as to why it's not genetics. So dispel the myth, dispel the rumors, the accusations.
Well, I'm really glad you brought that up.
Yep.
This has been, circling this league forever.
Mhm.
Talking about asterisks next to my titles. It is false. It is fake news.
Well, you can say that, but I mean,
what I would like is
the early championships.
Yeah.
Who picked the teams? Who wrote the notes? Who told you who to draft? Who helped you? Who was your GM for the first 5 years of your fantasy football, where you may have 2 or 3 championships?
This is what people don't remember. They don't remember me, Pat, Andy, Jack, Mike, Johnny, the core six members.
Yeah.
Sitting on the floor of my Tinton Falls house in my room,
Yep.
writing our first round picks on a chalkboard. I remember, I must have been 10 years old, 12 years old.
Yeah.
I'm writing down Tom Brady, Des Bryant, not Matt Ryan, Julio Jones. Not a lot of these 10-year-olds can compete like that.
No.
What amazes me is that people in this league will go to other people and say, "Hey, what should I do this week? Is this guy?"
We got texts earlier from league members. I won't name them, but asking should they play James Conner or who
exactly. So to think that some people,
it's embarrassing.
Some people do
it's embarrassing.
Not have influence from outside parties is ridiculous. I hate to slam the commish here, but I do.
Former commish or former
commish. I do believe there's a named man, Mark Rowland, who made a ton of draft picks. Howland, whatever his name is.
Howland. No, so I'm not going to. First off, this podcast is not about me. It's not. So you're saying it's not fiction. It's not a fake story.
It is fiction, but I'm saying it is so hypocritical that people who do that do take help in this league could accuse the undoubted champion of tampering. It really is just beyond me.
Okay, so you're saying your daddy had no role in your teams since the inception of this league.
He had less than no role. That's correct.
Wow,
that's correct.
Wow, less than no role. That's when he sees this or when the world sees this podcast, that's going to hurt.
Yep.
Because I know he takes credit.
I understand that.
But I'm going to tell you why I believe you, and I'm going to tell you why when he takes credit, he should be ashamed of himself, and that's why, as commissioner, one of my first acts, this, was to put him on probation.
Yep, I do recall that.
Right? So I'm gonna tell you exactly, and I'm gonna tell the world, Maddie, why I think your talents and your abilities in fantasy football are all within you. Mm-hmm. And I can't speak for Mikey. I tend to feel that Mikey might have gotten some help, and you might have some. What?
Most definitely.
Okay. All right. Good. So let me dispel why I think Uncle Gary played no role in any of your 5 championships. So are you ready?
I'm excited. Yep.
Yeah. So Uncle Gary has been in the league for 2 years. And before he got into the league, all he did was talk about this other league that he wins.
I believe Long Driver is the name.
Is that the name of the league?
I believe it's the name of his team that has apparently this many championships.
Which is, again, he doesn't hit the ball far. You've golfed with him. He's horrible, right? So that's another thing.
Yeah.
So he's been in this league. He begged to come into the league. And all he talked about was dominating this league, and it was a joke league and everything like that. He also, and I'll bring up points on that, criticized our point system and said that we get so many points for so many things, he'll have 1,000 points. So let's get into it. He's been in the league 2 years. He's on probation this year for performance. Yeah. And I don't think anyone argues that probation. 2 years, 9-19. 9-19.
Yep.
Right? Let that sink in. He averages 9th place. How many teams we got in this league?
10-man league.
10-man league. He averages 9th place. Yep. 0 playoffs. 4 wins in 2023. 5 wins in 2024. Right? So I guess he's climbing the ladder. He's on the pace for 6. However, this is where I don't think he might drop down to 3, Matty. He averages, right? I went to your average. It was 257 or something. 355. 355. He averages in a league that he criticizes our point system, 282.8 points a week.
Yep.
You cannot win games at 282.
No.
But he criticizes our point system. He's saying there's too many points for a touchdown. There's too many points. He's got 282 points a week. His easiest opponent at 1-1.
Yep.
So that's his best record head-to-head is 1-1.
1-1.
Who do you think that is? And I would even think there might be collusion. Who do you think is who do you think UG's easiest opponent is?
I gotta say, it's gotta be Mike.
It's Mikey
Wow.
at 1-1.
Wow.
What's that say?
Wow.
All right. So he's 1-3 versus Andy. That's his toughest opponent.
A bad manager.
Yeah. Here's where I folded up my laptop at this one, right? So you could talk about the past and say, listen, we're moving up 4 to 5 wins or 3 to 4 wins, whatever. What's his power ranking for 2025 after this year's draft?
I haven't looked into it.
It's 10th.
Wow. That
It's
is last.
10th. It's last. Can you explain where he comes from arguing about the league, saying that he's the one who put you in championships year after year? Can you explain that, Manny?
I mean, clearly it makes no sense. Clearly it's ludicrous. This man, obviously, is the oldest member in the league, and we might have to do some tests. We don't know if he's cognitive.
Cognitive
We
tests.
don't know. I would like to have him after this season.
Matty, I tell you what, you don't throw that around. You don't just throw that around, but I think we might want to look into it. And I think everyone thinks we should look into it. Listen to that applause. So, wow. Okay. So question, and I'm going to leave it at this because you brought up his impairment or potential impairment, which I think if anyone sat down with him for 10 or 15 minutes,
You might know.
you're gonna say, hey, maybe there's something there to that, right? If he starts 1-5, which is very possible, does somebody take over his team midseason? Do we get an owner to come in on a temporary basis, not full-time approval, but temporary basis to come in and take over his team?
I have to say no.
You let him ride it out,
I think-
even if he can't even put a lineup that makes sense week after week?
I think the only way out of this.
If he's cognitively impaired, does he keep a team through the season?
Well, first, I mean, that's a whole different. That's a hypothetical.
You brought up his mental capacity.
But that has to be after the season's been. Is
Okay, so you're giving away weeks to owners that
I'm giving it a
playing.
year. I mean, hey, if we're gonna here's the thing about it. If we bring in cognitive tests, that we're gonna have to do it for every member in the league. And listen,
Only members of the league that show decline.
there's some guys who might not be able to pass. I mean, Pat's done a couple of years.
Ooh.
He's got some uncomfortable CTE. It might seem like he gets dazed easily. He loses his phone. He forgets.
He showed up at the draft. He didn't even know where he was.
He forgets to set lineups week after week. It's something that we definitely have to look into for all
Wow.
players, probably besides me and you.
Well, I don't think we need all players, but I think the two that you mentioned and you brought it up, I didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
I think it's a valid point.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think of Pat because nobody thinks of Pat because he's irrelevant in the league.
He got CTE.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And we don't throw that around.
No, not at all.
That's not that's not a joke.
No.
Wow. Wow. You heard it here, folks. His daddy lost his marbles and Punchy Pat doesn't know what day it is. Right here. That's right here.
That's right.
Wow. So let's I think we should just table that.
Okay.
And by the way, and I don't want to make a spoiler, we're going to have one of those two as a guest on the podcast either week 2 or week 3.
Okay.
Maybe even to talk about week 1's how their predictions played out and what they think is going to go on. Now, maybe something comes up through that conversation about cognitive
Yeah.
ability.
I would like to say one thing.
Yeah.
Because you brought up week 1, I just want to mention it. I actually do have a dark horse for week 1
Oh,
to win their
do tell.
And it's UG. Listen, I know
Who's he playing?
He's lost his marble. It
Who's-
doesn't matter.
His team's
I've
awful.
looked at
Pat.
his-
His team's awful.
His team's bad, but I've looked at his week 1 matchups. There's something there.
Well, talk about it. Tell me about it.
Well, I have to see it in front of me.
Oh, I thought you. Okay.
I have
All
to see it in
right.
front
All
of me.
right.
But I just want to say, listen, the season might not go how he wants to.
Do you want me to pull? I can pull up his. Let's pull it up. Let's take it. Let's just while I'm pulling this up, let's just mention our sponsors, Matty. Why don't you give a shout out to the sponsors?
Actually, first, we want to thank the ALs, the Aunt Laura.
The what?
The Aunt Laura.
Oh, Aunt Laura. Yeah,
She's been
there you
a big
go.
part in us.
Yep, she is. Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Red Bull. Red Bull's been
Absolutely.
throughout the whole journey.
Wait, he plays me. I'm projected 61%, Matt. Wow.
That's why everybody.
Wow.
It's-
Wow.
I would
Wow.
say 92% of the money is
Go through.
It's
Go
Big
through.
Daddy this
Listen. All right, let's. Well, that's true. Let's just go through his team, and I'll tell you, it starts out. You're like, okay, I think that team is good. I like Burrow. Burrow's going to have 70 points or 65 points. That's a given, right?
Yep.
Genty, who I love, right? I love Genty, but it's a question mark. Raiders are not a good team,
Yeah.
right? Who do they play? They play
Patriots.
New England, and I'll tell you why I think
Patriots
Genty's a
run D is
problem.
weak, though.
What's that?
That Patriots run D is weak.
Yeah, but I think they're going to key. I think what's his face is a better coach. Vrabel's a good coach, and Vrabel's going to key up on Genty. Who's Raiders quarterback? Starting quarterback?
Sam Darnold, who led the Vikings to a wild card last year. I think this offense.
What's Sam Darnold's? Well, it wasn't. It was Belichick, so I don't want to get into that. But Genty's a question mark. Genty's going to have a great season, I think, but Genty's a question mark.
For week 1? Okay, that's fine.
Cordell Sutton, Jerry Judy,
Listen, it's a
Jerry
bad team.
Judy,
It's a bad
Cortland
team.
Sutton,
You got to think about it. I think the Bengals, like you said,
Ferguson is tight end. I had Ferguson as tight end. I picked him up off waivers on week 15 like 4 years ago. He stinks. He gets 2 catches for 18 yards.
Let me talk about a couple players that you just skipped over really quick. Jerry Judy. Listen,
Jerry Judy.
he's not great, but listen,
He's not great.
listen.
He's not great.
Like
He's
you
a
said-
top 20
like you
receiver,
said,
maybe.
Joe Burrow is going to have 70 points. That Bengals offense is going to embarrass the Browns. And what happens when you're getting embarrassed and you're down by 15,
Okay.
15, 20 points?
Listen. I'm not gonna question you because you're the greatest fantasy football owner. I'm worried that you think that I might lose because I'm shocked by that because there was. I mean,
the predictions will be out
yeah.
after week 1.
So you're telling me that Joe Flacco is going to light it up in a losing effort, and he's going to throw to Jerry Judy. Give me Judy's lines week 1. Give me what you think Judy's lines are. Don't go to your phone to look up history.
Different question. I would say
Give me Judy's lines. I'll give you my. You give me yours. I'll give you mine.
points talking about yards and
I'm talking about his line. 6 catches. Blah, 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 blah.
7 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
Okay, so how many points is that? He's projected 36. That's 36 or 38. I think that's fair.
No, 90 yards.
85 yards, 6 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown is probably about 40 points.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not the commissioner. I'm not the one who's got all.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying if you're hanging your hat on Jerry Judy and Cortland Sutton week 1,
You know, I might have misspoken.
I'm not here to argue with you because, like I said, and don't and let's just go down the line here. Jahmyr Gibbs, CMC, McConkey, Garrett Wilson, McBride, Mike Evans, Pennick.
Penix is a bad week 1, man.
I know. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. So we digress. I appreciate that. I don't appreciate it, but it should have been off camera. It should have been off camera.
Hey.
That you think I'm going to lose to Uncle Gary week 1. I'll edit it out when I get back. I'll edit it out.
Okay.
All right, so let's go back to but I do like the conversations about matchups.
Mm-hmm.
So who's your week 1 matchup? Mikey. Great game. Mikey's got 3 players tonight.
Does he?
Yeah. He mentioned let's go to that one. So you're 56%, no shocker. 341 points, which is right around your average. Yeah, I'm 337, Matt, but that's pretty good. So he's got Hurts, he's got
Brown, he's got Pickens.
Brown and Pickens. Yeah, Pickens scares me. It should scare you. Yeah,
You think that
I don't think anything scares you with five rings,
No.
3 of which are credited and 2 are.
Yeah.
Um,
Listen, I think Pickens is going to have a good game for.
contract year for Pickens.
Okay,
Contract year for Pickens.
What he is an okay player.
Contract year for Pickens.
I understand that.
They're going to double CD. Can't double CD with Pickens
I
yet.
think he's so right
And
now,
they throw 48 times a game.
right now Pickens is projected 33.65.
Yep.
I think he's going to end with somewhere around 18.
Wow.
Yep. And that
Wow.
I know it's not live, but this is being recorded before.
It'll be. Oh, we'll play it back for everybody. Believe me. See, I see Pickens with 8 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
I don't know where that is coming from.
I think Pickens gets 12 targets. I think Pickens. First off, Dallas is going to. Well, here's the other thing. It's windy. It's going to rain in Philly, but it's going to be interesting. All right. So I mean, your team, to me. I mean, C.J. Stroud should bounce back. He doesn't run. That's the only thing that kind of bothers you a little bit. And here's your weakness. Your quarterbacks are your weakness, and you know that, right? Stroud could throw for 380 every week. Their defense is really good, so I don't know if Stroud's going to be slinging it that much. But your middle of your lineup is it's next to mine. I think. I mean, you got Saquon, you got Bucky, you got CD, you got Marvin Harrison Jr., who I think is good. And you got Bowers. I mean, that'll carry you. I think I have it in my notes, but you have a tough matchup this week with Mikey. But Mikey's team, I think, is okay. It's not typical Mikey, and I'll equate that to the engagement and his lack of focus. I'm not blaming Rowe, but she's pulling his attentions elsewhere. There's no doubt about that. And he's a bit of a baby since he got engaged, but his team's okay. But I think after you play Mikey, you have, I want to say it's like, it's your dad, it's Pat. I mean, I think it's in my notes. I think here it is. I got it. You go, well, let me go back. Who scares you this year? Yeah, Ryan's team's good. He had a good draft, but his team, he's a bad owner. The kid's gonna distract him.
I'll tell you what. I'm not exactly scared of this person's team. I'm about to name in just a second. He's a great coach. He's a fairly new coach. He, like you mentioned,
I know.
the first 13-1 season was last year.
Yeah.
Well, only lost one game, and that was to Christian
stuff. So that's So here's I agree. So you open with Mikey and then Chi-Chi, right? So you win one of those two, right? Here's where you roll. You go Pat, David, UG, Ryan. So you could be 5-1. Maybe if you get lucky, 6-0. You should be 5-1.
Sounds a little more realistic.
You should be 5-1. But again, you don't even care about the 5-1, 6-0.
No.
In fact, you'd rather not. I don't know if you want to be 5-1 or 6-0, but
just to assert dominance.
And fear. Yeah, and then people panic. Yeah. Then people start panicking.
Once you get to that playoff spot, then that's where that's the part that's in your blood.
So let's take a little bit of a turn, Matt, because people know your football knowledge, and that's why you're here. But tell us a little bit about your personal life right now. It's good. It's bad.
It's great personal life.
Really?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about it.
Well, as you know, I've had my beautiful girlfriend for over a year. So
wow, over a year. Yeah. That's right. You went down to AC for a celebration. Yep. Almost missed the draft.
Draft.
Yeah.
Bounced back.
Yep. You had a great draft.
I've been working at the restaurant, stacking, fast cash. If you call it.
Yeah.
Just recently, yesterday, I had a couple interviews at Goldman Sachs.
Goldman.
Yeah, Goldman. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, not a lot of people know about that. It's kind of on the personal.
Oh, I won't. Yeah, I won't.
Well,
so yeah. All right. So things are looking up. Well, you can only can go up. Yeah, can go up from where you're at. Yeah. How's the work-life balance, Matt?
It's tough. There's ESPN takes a lot out of me. There's
you're on your phone nonstop.
Research on calls, trades, emails, news. Injuries. It's a lot to keep up with. But that's what good managers do. They do keep up.
So you're happy right now with your work-life balance, you would say. And what is exactly you do most of the day?
I do a little bit of everything. Really, they call me the jack of all trades. Really.
Okay.
So it's my actual job, fantasy football, and then my side job is my restaurant.
Well, there's a big pot of gold at the end of this.
Yeah.
Let me go back, and we don't have much time, but I want to go back to one of the things that's bothered me, right? And I support your championship and your knowledge of fantasy football. But the year you decided, I think it was Mikey, to split the cash winnings before the final game, can you just explain yourself? Because it really rubbed me the wrong way. Like if you want to say, listen, guys, side deal, don't tell anybody. We're going to split it. It's your brother. He's probably has no money in his pocket. He's. I don't want to get into his abilities, but he's probably not gonna. He's not. He's not a J.D. Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I appreciate what you were trying to do, but I don't at all appreciate the fact that you made it public that you were going to split the winnings before the game even started, which took away some of the steam and the luster of the game.
Okay.
Do you want to try to explain yourself through
Yeah,
that?
of course. I mean, this is just something that, it's not only owners will do, okay? Obviously, it was between two owners, me, myself, and Mike.
It wasn't between two owners, though. You shared it with the league.
The money was between two owners, but it's not really something you can decide what's good for you before you've had a taste of the championship. Because listen, before when we first started, introducing the money, because I think the first couple of years weren't maybe for $10, maybe.
How did we fund the pool now? I mean, since I've been in the league 6 years, I think
I would say
a lot of that was part of my, and I wanted to be commissioner earlier on, and it was denied. So
it's tough to buy your way into this league. Only one person's done it.
yeah, I would agree. But you don't want to talk about the fact that you split it before the game started.
Was that like that? Like I said before, it's not something that you can really form an opinion on until you've been champion.
Okay. Well,
You'll see one day.
who won that game? Do you remember?
I believe it was.
Oh, you did. At the time you came down halftime, I think.
believe it came down at halftime
With the trophy. Yeah. Which was a horrible trophy at the time.
It was a ring.
It was nice, but it was stupid.
It was a ring. I don't really remember.
It's not like the trophy we have now.
Yeah, it's one of these.
No, it was a giant ring. Remember?
Yeah.
Well, it's one of them symbolic.
Symbolic.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. So all right. So anyway, I just wanted to. I want to put that to bed. You know how I felt about it, and I don't. As commissioner, I won't allow it going forward. So we don't need to talk about it any longer because it's not going to happen. So Matt, there's something I like to do, and you've probably seen it on some other shows. We're going to go through a speed round, right?
Great.
And I'm going to give you subjects or names, and you give me quick responses if you could, Matt. Don't overthink it.
Okay.
So, top scorer this year, player.
Top scorer, Jamar Chase.
Okay. Best record.
Me.
What's your record?
14-0.
Okay. Okay. So not you. Who's second best record?
Ryan.
Okay. And what do you think is Ryan? What do you think is?
It's hard
Does he go to the finals with you and Ryan?
No. He loses first round to Cheech.
Oh.
Yep.
Who's in the finals other than you?
I have to say, historically, there's nowhere to go besides me and Mike.
Okay. All right. Well, who did you beat last year?
Last year, I beat Andrew.
Yeah.
Shitty, horrible playoff winner.
Can we not have the language?
I think. Well, I'm sorry, but I think as the co-host of this podcast, clearly, this should have been addressed a long time ago. How bad of an playoff owner Andy is. He's a great.
I didn't want. I'll get into it when I have him on the show, but I wanted to focus on. I wanted to put to bed the myth of your dad calling the shots, and I think we did that.
We did.
And I just want to talk, and people want to get your insight. It's not about Andy. Nobody cares about what Andy has to say. They want your insight.
Right.
Biggest surprise this season. Who is it?
Pat.
Wow. And you know what? Pat with the. Okay, I think that's a better answer.
He wants it.
Plus, he's working. He's hustling.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good. I like that. So, what's your favorite war, Matt?
Favorite award?
Favorite war?
Favorite war? Ooh, like rivalry. You're saying?
No, favorite war.
Oh. Vietnam.
Wow, that was a bloody one.
That was.
That's your favorite war?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Favorite documentary, Matt? Quick answers. Pops into your head.
I don't watch documentaries. Don't have time.
You know. You don't have a favorite documentary? Ken Burns, baseball, something like that. Civil War. Never heard of Ken Burns. Okay. Favorite actor?
DiCaprio.
Okay, nice. And best place to eat, Matt? Where you going? Best place to eat? No, UNC too. We're going somewhere. Where are you going?
Besides McDonald's, you get some McDonald's out of it.
Best meal. Where are you going to get your best meal?
I'm gonna say Bond 45 in New York.
Okay. All right.
It's a low key spot.
No, I know.
Where
Yeah,
the
okay.
contract ceremony hold, is how that you wouldn't really know that, but yeah, I'm sure you've never seen the side of it because only past winners are there. Are
Got
present
it.
for the
Got
ceremony.
it. Got it.
Great.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And give us how many teams make the playoffs in this? 2 buys and
I
then
believe it's
6, right?
on it.
So go from 6 to 1. Give me who's in 6th place just getting into the playoffs last week.
Last week going into the playoffs. Okay.
Who's making it in with that 500 record or below 500 record?
6 is 6 is you.
Okay, I'll take it. I make the playoffs almost every year. I'll
Yep.
take it.
Yep. Historically, I mean this.
Yeah, I'm right about there. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna say 5. Johnny.
Okay.
So he's gonna surprise me.
Yep.
Surprise if he's in the playoffs.
Yep.
5. I'm gonna go 4. Mike. He's got an okay team.
I'm okay with that. He'll make moves that he has to make, and you or your daddy will give him some players that he shouldn't get.
I'm gonna say 3. It's gonna be Ryan.
Okay, he's got a good team. Yeah.
Yep. And 2. It's Christian.
All right, and you're number 1. So who's out of the playoffs? Punchy, David, Andy doesn't make the playoffs.
I believe Andy was on there.
Was he?
I think I had it 6
Oh.
was
6 was me.
6 was you. I had 5 was Johnny.
Yep.
I had 4 was
Ryan.
Andy. 3 was Ryan.
Oh,
2
okay.
was
All right.
Mark.
So who? Your dad, David,
David.
Punchy, and who else? Who we forgetting?
And my dad, David, Pat. Did
I
I
don't
put
know.
Mike?
You put Mikey there, I think, didn't you? We'll go back over the tape. We'll look at it. Yeah. All right. So, good predictions for this year. So we want to finish with a bit of a ceremony. You have your rings. You've had your parade. You've had your celebration with C2 and AC. But what we want to do right now is present you with the commissioner again this year stepped up and bought a proper trophy for the league. And 2 things I want to say before the ceremony is we haven't committed to it yet, but we think we're gonna call it the Matty Crawl Award, and similar to Vince Lombardi, maybe one of the greatest coaches. But we might name it the Matty Crawl Award. But for right now, it's simply the Fantasy Football Championship Trophy. So Matt, let me just grab it right here, or maybe you can grab it. Take your headphones off. We'll make sure you're on camera so we can see you. Right. And there it is, Matty Crawl, 2024 Fantasy Football, 2024-2025 Fantasy Football Champion. Matt, thanks for coming out. I think it was a great launch of the podcast, and good luck this year.
Can't wait to watch the rest of
And who wins tonight, Matt?
Who wins tonight?
Score, who wins?
Eagles win by 6.
Score.
Cowboys plus 8.5 cash.
Have a good day.